is Valley News Live at 4.
Demand of killing someone earlier today. The sheriff's office says 44-year-old Eric Reinbold is suspected of killing someone in rural Pennington County. Police are warning he could be armed. Do not approach him if you see him. Details about the incident are scarce, but we're working to get more information for you. Stick with Valley News Live for the latest on this developing story. We're learning more about the kidnapping yesterday afternoon in Grand Forks. The suspect told the 6-year-old victim they were going to get ice cream. 52-year-old Robert Burr was arrested after police say he abducted a girl in the 900 block of Belmont Avenue around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. The 6-year-old told police she was playing near an alley with her friends when Burr picked her up and forced her into his car. He tried to calm her down by saying they were going to get ice cream, but he eventually went back to the alley and dropped her off. Police arrested Burr in the parking lot of a nearby apartment complex. Tonight on Valley News Live at 5, we'll dig into Burr's criminal history, which reveals an eerily similar incident. And new for you at 4, we're learning more about the fire that significantly damaged a home in West Fargo yesterday evening. Firefighters responded to the 5300 block of 8th Street West just after 8. Officials say the garage was fully engulfed with the flames spreading up to the attic. Crews from both West Fargo and Fargo were on the scene for 2.5 hours, putting out hot spots. No one was hurt, but 5 people and their pet were displaced. The home was ruled a total loss. An Otter Tail County man will spend the next 7 years in jail for sexually abusing young girls. Charles Johnson has been convicted of second-degree criminal sexual conduct. He was originally charged with 6 counts, but the others were dismissed. Johnson admitted to police that he touched himself in front of children multiple times in 2017. He'll spend the next 90 months in jail with credit for time served. New information about Wednesday's stabbing in a hotel lobby. Court documents reveal the man says he did it because the victim told him she wanted a divorce. 75-year-old James Bogart was arrested for aggravated assault, domestic violence, and is currently in the Cass County Jail. He told police that he stabbed his wife with a pair of scissors on the right side of her neck. This all happened at the Wingate Hotel off of 19th Avenue South just before noon Wednesday. Court documents detail that James and his wife were fighting for quite some time before the stabbing took place. Now here's Hutch with a first look at your forecast. Hutch.
Stacy, thanks so much. The same area dealing with some renegade showers again, Jamestown and Point South. These are drifting south and east. We have a few that are producing some lightning down in South Dakota. That's not going to be out of the question, but we are not expecting anything severe. And it's going to be just like this pesky passing showers. Well, they're not too pesky. We could certainly use the moisture. Vast majority of us staying dry right now. Lemoore County seeing a few showers south of Litchfield. Then a little bit more robust activity just off to the south and west of you in Ellendale. Fargo, for the most part, we should stay quiet. It will be cloudy. Temperatures in those 70s all the way until 10 o'clock tonight. Then comfortable 60s in store. Still clouds for us in the Southern Valley. Not so much up north. I think we'll see more clearing, as you can see here, with temperatures sneaking down into the low 60s as we go through the overnight hours. That weekend, Stacy, it looks hot. I'll have details on that here in just a few minutes.
The death toll continues to climb in the condo building collapse in Surfside, Florida. 78 bodies have been recovered from the rubble since the building fell 2 weeks ago, 14 of which were found today. Dozens are still unaccounted for. Meanwhile, the residents of another condo building who were forced to evacuate are being allowed to return home, but only for a few minutes. Officials ordered Crestview Towers to be evacuated last week following an audit of older high-rise buildings. Residents will be escorted by a police officer and will have only 15 minutes to grab their belongings. President Biden says America is seeing less business competition and more stifling of innovation, leading to increased costs to workers and consumers. The president signed an executive order today directing agencies to promote competition. This includes some changes in health care, making it easier to import drugs from Canada and easier to obtain hearing aids. Biden also said the executive order strengthens protections for workers, like reducing non-compete contract clauses.
So let me be very clear. Capitalism without competition isn't capitalism. It's exploitation. Without healthy competition, big players can change and charge whatever they want and treat you however they want.
President Biden says the executive order also cuts down on bad mergers, where huge companies combine, prompting concerns over existing antitrust laws. COVID-19 remains a threat across parts of the U.S., and there are growing concerns about how long the vaccines remain effective against infection. Pfizer has raised the alarm, saying they want to introduce a booster shot, but as Skylar Henry reports, the FDA is not convinced.
Pfizer's 2-dose vaccine has protected millions of Americans from COVID-19. Now the company says a 3rd dose could dramatically boost immunity. That announcement came after a study in Israel found the vaccine becomes less effective over time.
What they are seeing is a small number of people who are elderly who got the vaccine early on in January are having some mild symptoms, period. So it's not clear we need a booster, but it is clear that a booster will dramatically increase immunity.
The Food and Drug Administration, together with the CDC, responded to Pfizer's announcement within hours, saying fully vaccinated Americans do not need a booster at this time. Dr. David Agus says it's the unvaccinated population that remains most at risk.
99.7% of hospitalizations of COVID-19 patients in the United States now are unvaccinated.
Pfizer says it'll ask the FDA to grant emergency use authorization for a 3rd dose later this summer, and that it could make the vaccine 5 to 10 times more effective. But health agencies say a booster will be approved only if and when science shows it's needed. The powerful Delta variant is now the dominant strain in the U.S., driving up to 80% of new infections in part of the Midwest that remain undervaccinated.
The time for watching to see what's going to happen it's over. If you're really serious about protecting yourself and protecting your family, it's time to get vaccinated now.
The latest research shows that the full dosage of current vaccines offers strong protection even against that Delta variant. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Silver Spring, Maryland.
According to the CDC, roughly 55% of Americans over the age of 12 are now fully vaccinated. Clay County Public Health is holding walk-in vaccine clinics in Dilworth, Glendon, and Moorhead next week. The clinics will be at Glendon Elementary School on Monday, Dilworth Elementary Tuesday, and the Family Service Center in Moorhead on Wednesday. The health department is offering both the Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson vaccines. Keep in mind, though, the Pfizer shot is the only one approved for children 12 and older. If you're looking for more places in the area to get the vaccine, use our VNL vaccine tracker. It's on the homepage of our website, or you can open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen, then tap the link that pops up. Be prepared to slow down if you're traveling on highways in northeastern North Dakota. The Department of Transportation will begin striping highways on Monday. The project includes multiple state and federal highways beginning near Page and ending in Grand Forks. Crews are expected to be working on that project until September. It's back and it's bigger than ever. Today's the first day of the Red River Valley Fair. The fair offers exhibits, rides, livestock, entertainment, midway shows, and of course, food. Everything from oof to tacos to fried pies. Skillet will open tonight's concert with Chris Young. The fair director says it's the perfect opportunity for people to get outside with their friends.
It gives you a sense of normalcy. I would say it gives you a sense of this is fun, this is relaxing.
There are some opportunities to get into the fair for free. We have those details on our website, valleynewslive.com. And we have an update for you on a story we've been following this week. We've been following the shortage of foster homes at Homeward Animal Shelter. And take a look at this. Those are all applications for fosters and adoptions that came in after our story aired. Homeward posted that photo this morning, asking everyone to be patient while they process the paperwork. The fuzzy little kitten pictured there, though, isn't available for adoption quite yet. Coming up, the latest on the now deadly tropical storm Elsa as she works her way up the coast.
Rain fell last night in the form of thunderstorms, the heaviest right over that Lake Sakakawea area where we needed it most, anywhere from an inch or so to 3 inches of locally heavy rain, right where the drought is the worst. No rain, but the heat is on. For your weekend ahead, hour by hour details are straight ahead.